Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Meadsy69 and we are back with another tank review. Here we have the British Tier 10 Heavy FV215B, and what an amazing tank this is. It's by far the best heavy in Tier 10. It's pretty much got everything. It's got everything going for it. Now, I haven't really played this tank as much. I've had it a while, but ever since I have watched Oxbow from Legion, his battle that he posted on his YouTube channel, I've been playing it a lot more. He has inspired me to play it a lot more, and I've kind of learned a few things watching his video on that. Now, this is my equipment. The same as Oxbow, I do use the calibrated shells, because the reload anyway is as good as any heavy. You might, even without the rammer, it's still better than any heavy in Tier 10. So you might as well give it that extra penetration with the Hesh and with the AP and obviously the Pramo. So if you haven't watched Oxbow's video, I'll post it in my channel. And I'll post his the link to his channel. I'll put a link to his video up above it as a card, which will run across the top of the screen. So, tank compare, as most of you are aware, this is all the Tier 10 heavies. Now, 3,275 damage per minute, which is way above anything else. But this is using the rammer. As soon as you switch it to calibrated shells, it does drop to 3046. But the penetration goes from 259 to 271. And the rate of fire only drops a little bit. It's not nothing at all in it. So you might as well use the calibrated shells. Now, it has got a 400 alpha. As said, the rate of fire, it's 7.61, which is 7.9 seconds a reload, which again is most Tier 10 heavies, say the IS7, IS4, they're around the 10-11 second reload. And then you get the mouse as well, E100, which is a bit longer, but they do a bit higher damage. But still, using the calibrated shells, 3,000 average DPM, and it's still better than any other tank. So the aim time is also pretty good, 1.54. You got the depression, 7 degrees of gun depression, which isn't too great, to be fair. You do suffer a lot with the gun depression on this tank. But the turret armor is absolutely fantastic. It's as strong as any other tank in Tier 10. The turret armor is 254. The whole armor is 152. You're not going to bounce, unless you're angled, you're not going to bounce that many shots off your hull. But hull down and only showing your turret, Jaegeroos, Death Stars, Grills, they are going to struggle to pen you. And this got me a bit confused, actually. This is it is the best Tier 10 heavy with the best DPM, but it's got the lowest amount of people playing this tank. Only 1,700 people playing this tank. And where you have the E100, which is nearly 7,000, you have the T57, which is 4,500, and you've got 1,700 people playing it. It's the least played Tier 10 heavy tank, which kind of sort of baffled me, really, considering how good this tank is. Now, first battle, we do have Supremacy. We've got 3 battles for you today, and it is Rockfield. Now, we've got 2 mediums and a light tank. The enemy have got 3 mediums, so we do decide to come towards C. And the best thing about this tank is facing mediums. When you're angled correctly, or when you've got a hill in front of you, they are going to struggle to pen you. And your reload almost is the same as theirs, but you're doing a bit more alpha than them. So you see there, one shot on the leopard, we get one shot into him, and then we spot two other mediums coming round. And this is where we've got that little hill in front of us, which is pretty much putting us hull down. So we take one shot into the pattern. He's not even looking at us. We do take one more shot into him, and then we just back up, and there we go. We get the bounce off the top of the hull, and because it's angled, it does make it fairly strong. So we've caught B. The enemy are capping A, so we know where most of their team are, and we've got the T62. I do take a nasty shot, I believe, from the waffle side on, but we do back up, and now the M48 pattern is pretty much doing what I'm doing, protecting his hull. He has got a strong turret as well, but we managed to get that one right in it to the little cupola. And then we have the SU-12254, who is a quick tank. Again, his DPM is very good, but we do take him out. And then the pattern comes on a YOLO run. Not sure what he is doing, but we take him out for our first kill. And then here we have the leopard one. I do switch to HE. The Hesh on this is very good, and we clear him up for our second kill. And now we've just got these last two tanks here. We've got the T62, which we're going to get one shot in, and then we've got the E100, who is full health. So I do want to be careful, because I'm not quite a one shot to him, but if he shoots me, then I will be a one shot to the T62. So I do want to just sit back for a minute. We've got cap points, we've got the two caps, there's no point rushing, and we do get one shot into the T62, and then one of our teammates, which is our T62, manages to take him out. So now it's just the E100 who is going to go and start capping B. Our T62 rushes in, so I'm going to follow him, because the E100 will be looking at the T62, which means I get to the side of him, behind him, get the side of his turret, and we get one shot in. Unfortunately, we don't manage to get the last shot in, and the back chat takes him out. So fairly easy battle, nothing special there. But we still finish on 4.3k damage. We make a little bit of credits as well. So I don't know where that 4.3k damage come from. It was a fairly easy battle. Not in danger at any point. We got one shot from the waffle, but it was quite easy, and that's where you're going to build up your damage. And as Oxbow said, when he got his massive damage, he only thought he'd done 5-6k damage, and all of a sudden the battle finishes and it's over 8k damage. And that is what this tank does to you. You think you've only done 2 or 3k damage, but because of the DPM is so good and the alpha is so good, you're going to surprise yourself. And straight away, this battle, we've taken out the AMX, and we've got the IS-8 that's spotted up here, and then we've got a couple of tanks that are spotted in the middle. Now, they do have two TDs, so I do want to be careful. We take one shot into the IS-8, pack up. There's two IS-8s there. We've got the Leopard with us as well. And again, the angle I'm at, we do bounce one of his shots. And again, we take another bounce. So the Leopard takes out one of the IS-8s. Now I'm going to push forward. We take one shot, and then the E75 takes out the IS-8. We put one HESH shell into the grill, and he starts backing up. Unfortunately, he goes out of sight. We don't get a blind shot into him. And then we've got the E100 that is down the bottom. So I'm just going to rush down. Yes, I'm getting shots, so I need to be quick and pretty much get behind him. I hit them right above the tracks in the middle of the turret there. Doesn't pen. And now we're just going to go for the track shots. So there's a few tanks around him. I'm just going to get him tracked, get some tracking damage, put one more shot into him, leaves him on a one shot, and then he is going to get taken out by the Leopard 1. So now it's 3 tanks left, which is this Leopard 1, we've got the grill, and then we've got the tortoise. So we do take out the grill, and you see here even with the tortoise, 478 hesh into his little cupola, but then it does troll me because I do it again and we only get 110. So it's hit and miss really. And then are we going to try it again? Yeah, we'll try it again. Again, 487 before the Death Star takes him out. And then we've got the Leopard 1, keeping on hesh, 132. I did hit him on the upper plate. If you do hit him on the lower plate, you can get it. As you see, we take him out, but we don't get a high roll because our teammate shoots him before I do, which only left him on 199 damage. So again, a fairly easy battle. Didn't feel like we'd done much damage, but we did get a first class, just under 4k damage. And the reason for the first class is the tracking we had, the spotting, and we got 4,226 assistant damage. So not bad for a heavy. Very not bad for a heavy. Now, this battle is quite controversial. Now, the enemy have only got 1 medium. I'm going to ask you guys, what would you do in this situation? So I start going right. We've got no mediums. The enemy have only got 1 medium. And all my team, every single one of them, push left. So I'm going to go slow. And this is what the turning point. The enemy T57 there, he's a good player. And he's just said, we lose. Which for me means I think the team have gone to the boat. And you see there, they've just started capping. So this is where I'm going to push. Now my team are still by spawn, they're still by the boat. So I'm going to get myself into a great position. And I get abused for this later in the battle for not being a team player. But they can't see the position. They just automatically think, I've gone right, I'm alone. But as soon as I get into this position, the whole enemy team are up there. Now we've got the back of an E75, we've got the side of a T57, we've got the IS-4 that's just about to die there. And we're taking 3 shots. And then we've got the hammer, we've got the E50, we've got the Jagdtiger, sorry, not the hammer. So why would I move at the minute from this position? I'm getting 3 shots into him. The E75 there just goes out of sight and we do miss him. We do start taking a couple of hits, but we're taking the team out. We're taking the team out. So we've got the T57 now. I could have shot the Jagdtiger, but I know the T57 is a good player. So if I've got side shots into him, the Jagdtiger hasn't got a turret. So later on in the game, it will be easier to take out the Jagdtiger than it is the T57. So that was my plan. That is why I was going for the T57 and not the Jagdtiger. So I'm still in the same position. My team are dying. And again, we've got the E4 side on, but also we've got the T57 side on. So we go for him because, again, he's a good player. And as soon as he goes, now we can take shots. In 502 hesh into the back of an E4. He's now down to 43 HP. Keep the hesh because we don't want to bounce. And we get him gone. So it's now 3 against 3. The E50M has rushed around the back of my team. And now we get the side of a Jagdtiger. So I'm just going to wait for him to cross. My team are dying, but we do get 1 shot. I'm not sure if it penned or not. And I was going to push, but now I see my team, my waffle has died. I'm not going to push. I'm just going to stay where I am. I'm in a good position. I've got hard cover. And I've got a good reload. So straight away we got the T57. We get 1 shot into him. Pump the adrenaline. Get reloaded as quick as we can, which we do. We get him off. And now he's in a bad situation. He might be fully loaded, but I've just got 2 great shots into him, which now puts him down to a 1 shot. Now, at this point, I didn't have a clue what's going to happen. I'm now down to 400 HP against 3 tanks. Fair enough, 2 of them are a 1 shot, but I just do. Luckily, I bounced there, but this is where the T57 pokes out. I'm not sure if he thought I'd shot or not, but he did make that error in poking out when they could have just poked out together. I'm 38 HP, and even now, look, we lose, says the T57. Now, I'm just going to wait, because I know there is a Jagdtiger and the E50M. So they did make, the T57 and the E50M did make the mistake, and now the E50M does exactly the same thing. Pokes out. Why didn't he just wait for the Jagdtiger to poke out, for me to shoot the Jagdtiger, then he could poke out? So I got very lucky there, and now it is just me against the Jagdtiger. I'm a one-shot. He's not quite a one-shot, so I'm just going to circle this rock until I get a good enough opportunity to make my move. Now, it is in my advantage at this point because he hasn't got a turret. I'm not the quickest of tanks, but I'm still quicker than he is, and I can still get around the rock quicker than him because he hasn't got a turret. So I'm just going to wait for the opportunity, and this is where I think the opportunity is going to come. He's going to quickly turn around. So I take one shot into him, but we do only bounce. So now I've just got to relocate again, and just look what he does here. What is he doing? If he just kept coming round, instead of trying to get up a hill, yes, I would have shot him once, but he would have probably then turned around and managed to get me. He managed to shoot HE into me to kill me. But we do take one shot into him, which puts him down to a one shot. And now we're just both one shot. I'm looking at the time. We've got plenty of time left on the clock. And now I just want to get my camo back on, get unspotted, and then relocate without him knowing where we are. So he might think we're going to go left. So I'm going to keep backing up, get behind these buildings. We've still got over a minute on the clock, so we've still got plenty of time. And we're going to go around the long way, pretty much. We still do need to be careful because we don't know where he is going to be looking. So this is where I edge out slowly. Time is running down, and we do spot him, and we do bounce. So stupidly we bounce, but because of the reload, people underestimate the reload. He thinks I want a massive reload, so this is where he comes to poke out. But I've only got a 7.9 second reload, and we managed to take him out for our Kolobanov. And unfortunately, it was only a second class, but we do finish on 5.3k damage. We get all the medals there. The sniper medal, which you can call a sniper medal, I don't really care. At the end of the day, I was in a great position, and no one would move if you were in that position. 3 shots, 3 damage all day long, and we did get a bit lucky at the end with the Kolobanov. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Again, go watch Oxbow's video on this tank. Go subscribe in. He's a great young kid with huge potential in YouTube. He's doing amazing at the minute. So go subscribe in, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.